Hello, and welcome to Other Metagames Premier League 7 Week 1. This game is on the top side, GL Volkner, and on the bottom side, Akashi or Jiren, and they're playing balanced hackmons. So, let's look at team preview here. We have top side, GL Volkner is running a fairly standard solid balanced team. You can see it has Mega Gengar and Mega Rayquaza. So one of these is probably a wall breaking set, so that's probably so if the Gengar is Specs Adaptability, say, then the Rayquaza is probably some sort of sweeping set such as Triage. And you also see it has the Arceus, which is probably some form of Unaware set, or because that is the most common Arceus set these days. Soundproof, it could be soundproof as well, especially since Aegislash and Zygarde C are not the best 8 checks there are. Gengar also could be Dazzle Smash with Ice Beam in order to catch those off guard. Triage Rays as well. Unaware Arceus can also deal with Triage Ray if he's running that too. If he's running a sweeper set for Gengar, like Shell Smash with Dazzling, then he's probably running some sort of wall-breaking Mega Rayquaza set, such as Choice Band or Choice Specs. On the bottom side, you can see he has a more bulky team with these are probably all like mons made to last. I would assume that the Chansey is some sort of fur coat set, though Imposter is not out of the question since the core of Ho-Oh plus Dialga, if it's running Assault Vest, Dialga can handle majority of 8 sets. So Mega Rayquaza, handled by Dialga, and Diancie, and to a lesser extent Kyurem B, are handled by Ho-Oh. Though he's lucky that GL Volkner didn't bring Kyurem White. Kyurem White would have just ran through this team that he has here. Tapu Fini is probably the Poison Heal Stallbreaker set, running Stealth Rock and Scald, and some like combination knockoff King Shield and Infestation. And Dialga is probably a Magic Bounce, especially if you or it could be Poison Heal. Ho-Oh is either Magic Bounce or Magic Guard, depending on what he feels he needs. I would probably run Magic Bounce T-Tar and Poison Heal Ho-Oh, Magic Guard Ho-Oh. And Giratina is probably a Prankster set. So, let's turn it on slow and get it started. Volkner brings in Chansey. You can see that the GL Volkner's Chansey is Imposter, and gets out of there into Rayquaza on Tar. Tar is Poison Heal, and the opposing Chansey is also Imposter. This is look, that probably is Secret Sword. That probably shows Oblivion Wing Triage. That's not much damage either. Aegislash is in. Tapu Fini is in on Aegislash. Aegislash U-turns out of Tapu Fini and back into Imposter. Tapu Fini is Poison Heal, as you can see. Aegislash is back in. Tapu Fini is going for the Scald Burn, dealing 27% with a critical hit. Not too shabby. And Tapu Fini, ooh, that's big. Pecha Berry Trick Aegislash is a tournament tech that you'll see occasionally to totally break through poison healers. Now that Tapu Fini is pretty much on a timer. It can't take too many more attacks. It can take a bunch of U-turns, but doesn't want to stand on anything strong, and it can easily be worn down now. Poison heal is losing poison heal is big for bottom side there. So Aegislash takes a Scald, takes another Scald, U-turn on the Tapu Fini, dealing a little bit, and he brings in that poison heal. You can see that, that's cool. Giratina is on Aegislash. He doesn't want to be tricked to Toxic Orb, so he brings in Tar, which is already poisoned. Zygarde is Turbo Blaze, interesting. And he knocks off an Papa Berry, so that wasn't very consequential. Shift gears on Zygarde. Zygarde spikes up. Tyranitar puts him to sleep. Arceus back in. Knocks off for a big bunch of damage. Ooh, 45%, getting the Toxic Orb. And Diamond Storming, pretty much he is on his deathbed. Arceus Spectral Thieves him, getting the attack and all the defense boosts from Diamond Storm. Nice. That might probably enough to keep him out of range of dying here. And yep, he makes sure. Tyranitar has Diamond Storm into a Psyche Shield, and Arceus is definitely out of range now. He facades Tyranitar, and Tyranitar kind of hits back, not too hard. Nothing big. Spectral Thief again. And knock off. So this is just, they're just trading blows here. They're not really doing much. Arceus is actually healing up from this. And he gets Spiky shielded on the knockoff. That basically negates the turn of Poison Heal recovery for the T-Tar. Arceus is definitely ahead of this. Arceus facades 23%. Tyranitar 12% knockoff. Again, not too much. Jiren gives up here, brings in his Giratina. Arceus facades into that, doesn't do anything. He's got to get out of the way here because of Core Enforcer. He checks first. Stealth Rock. Now he has to get out of the way. Getting the Stealth Rock up on that was a good call. Defog. That's risky. Yep. Core Enforcer. That's probably death for Arceus. He's been in for like 10 turns. He dies. That was a pretty foolish move on Volkner's part. Akashi gets out of there. This is simple shell smash. Simple shell smash. Oops. My bad. Let me go back to turn like 14 where we were. Oop. Sorry about that. I clicked the wrong button. I'm gonna just skip through these. Okay, so he defogs the spikes. Gengar simple smashes on this. And Ho-Oh is running Groundium Z, which is weird. Usually if they're going to be running a Z move. Oh, never mind. It's Sacred Fire. I misheard that. 100%. That's pretty big. And he apparently knows he can survive that judgment. So that was pretty good. Geo Volkner definitely on the back foot now. Though Akashi's Ho-Oh is severely damaged. It's at 9%. Yeah, so does Geo Volkner have a chance? That Ray is Triage, as you can see. And, of course, he always has the Imposter. And Secret Sword, you saw Secret Sword on the Ray, so that means that Tyranitar is not a counter. But he does have Dialga if he keeps Dialga at full health, he should be able to survive a Secret Sword. A +3 Secret Sword. But it'll be hard. So, Volkner still does have a pretty good chance if he plays right. So here's Ray in on the Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh gives he doesn't let it die. Oh, this is choice specs. This is not triage. As you can see that's 38% boom burst on the Dialga, and Dialga gets out of there showing its assault vest. So they're getting Stealth Rock up. 22% to Chansey, that's kind of a lot. Aegislash in. Aegislash gonna defog this away. Oh, never mind, he U-turns out on the Ho-Oh, which is slowly dying, 6%. Chansey in on Ho-Oh. Now, it's probably, usually could trap this and kill it, but not here. So, Ray is in on Tar. This is a dangerous time for him. He gets out of the way, and Dialga goes for Boom Burst again, 43%. This Boom Burst can't break through Dialga unless he gets a spike up, but once he does get a spike up, that Choice Specs Ray becomes a hell of a lot more threatening, because it can easily 2H KO Dialga. Dialga's the only thing standing between a Boom Burst sweep and between him and a Boom Burst sweep, so he's gotta make sure he never lets Hazard go up, because even Stealth Rock on Dialga, even though it resists it, can easily get it into range. So Dialga in. Chansey gets in freely on that Assault Vest Dialga, getting an easily Few Regenerator. Gets out of the way. Into Dialga again. Aegislash in on Dialga. This is now they're just kind of trying to position themselves and chip something down, but it's hard. Chansey back in. Spectral Thief 9%, nothing. This is the boring part. And Dialga loses the speed tie, which means that he gets the kills the Regenerator. Now they're just trying to weaken each other. Dialga just outdamaged the Regeneration Recovery, which basically means that he cannot switch in on a Boom Burst. Tapu Fini in. Rayquaza is deterred from switching because of Stealth Rock. And you can see he's got Infestation there. Getting the Zygarde C. He taunts. Fine. Zygarde gets out of there. Didn't really do much. And Ray takes Stealth Rock damage. That's not good. Tapu Fini's got King Shield to easily scout that move. Boom Burst, of course. He's got... he lets Chansey take a Boom Burst, which is pretty bad. 67%, that's huge. And that dies. Critical hit wouldn't have killed it, probably, unless Rayquaza's not running special defense EVs. Dialga is in. Chansey on Dialga, obviously, gotta get out of there. But he does get his regeneration. He does get the regeneration he needs back, so he can switch into another Boom Burst. But he had to sack Chansey to do it, so I think the exchange back then with the Dialga on the Chansey was not a good idea. I think he should always switch in Aegislash, even though he has to eat that, which is 35%. So you can see GL Volkner's on the back foot and having to make concessions. So he knows he can take one and then get out of there, so he decides to take one. And Corn forces a Chansey to take some regeneration, take regeneration from it this turn. Gets out of the... He doesn't get out of the way, which I think is also a mistake. He's going to have to sack something else now in order to take up another Boom Burst, unless he can get Dialga back in safely again. So here's Tyranitar. He puts the Chansey to sleep, which I don't think was a good idea. He probably should save that Spore for something else, but it's fine. especially since this is totally walled by that Zygarde. Dialga back in, makes sense. Takes a huge chunk from Dialga, and that faints. Not that it was very useful, so probably doesn't matter. Volkner still on the bottom, on the back foot, pretty bad. He has to heal up here and gets a free attack here, but he decides to go for the shift gear and not the knockoff, which I think he could have done pretty safely. He hazes, so that was pretty useless. Diamond Storm, that's gonna be not very useful also. He shores up here. I think that he's probably running the slightly fast Baton Pass version, which can beat Pursuit Tars, which makes sense. And he takes a huge 74% hit knockoff. Ooh, that's hard. But he should be able to survive the next one. Barely. It's barely enough, 52%. He'll need to get out of the way because this is out damaging his recovery. So I don't know why he's playing this out. This is kind of dumb. 55%. Maybe he's got Destiny Bond. No, he doesn't have Destiny Bond. He doesn't have enough room for that. He's running Trick. 52. So I guess he doesn't have a better knockoff switch in. So this is just going through the motions. If he wants to sack this, he might as well just let it die, because 16 more knockoffs won't really change much of anything. But he's playing for every little advantage he can get, which is valid. So keep on doing that. 53%. Slowly dying. 49%. He gets 1% recovery net back. That's good. 46%. Low damage rolls. That's annoying. 52%. He should have gotten a critical hit by now. So now he gives up. Goes for broke. 7%. He's gone. So now he can bring in the Ray for free, so he does. But he takes Stealth Rock damage. This is taking 2 of those now. And Rayquaza Secret Swords into Ho-Oh, which is a free sack. So he brings in Giratina for free. Fine. Chansey in. That's really all he has now. And that's gone. He's gone. This can probably even survive a single Boom Burst and just kill it. It does. Yep, it's gone. And that is a win for Akashi, and that is that. Pretty straightforward game. You should always, you can never discount Specs, Boom Burst, Aerolite, Mega Rayquaza as in team building. And as you can see, Akashi did have to make a few concessions after he foolishly let his check to Ray get chipped into range of a 2H KO, which is really easy to do. So don't let that happen to you. He managed to outplay it, but only because he already had a huge advantage from he'd already had a huge advantage before he let that happen. So that's that, and I'll see you in the next video.